You can stay over there for a minute. We'll get that.
Welcome to Carburetors and More.
Okay, and I want you to listen carefully so I don't have to explain this 2 or 3 times. Okay, this is a counterweight. Okay, when the engine develops enough suction through that carburetor, this vacuum pulls this open, although the back barrels are mechanically open. I don't want to open them now and flood it before we try to start it. But they had, this whole shaft had been out and turned upside down and put back together, which locked the whole back end up. Okay, which I told you it was going to cost you $100 for that, which would included straighten all the bent linkage over here. Now let me come over here and tell you what's going on over here. This linkage was bent like a pretzel. So it was bent so bad it was broken off of the shaft. So I don't know if you can see it or not, but what we had to do was drill it out and tap it and put a screw in it. Then we had to braze all the way around so that that thing can't never come off there. So we were going to charge you $100 to free the back barrels up and figure out what was wrong with the counterweight. But as it wasn't as big a job to do this as it would have done this in the time, so we're going to charge you $50 instead of $100. So you get $350 to rebuild it, $50 over here, then your electric choke. So we save you a considerable amount of money. So I don't want to have to explain that again to you on the phone. So what we're going to do is get done here. You're quite anxious to get it, rightfully so. Then I'm going to send you a bill. Then you got it. You fill out the. I'll tell you what the charge is and what they are, and why. But we're going to start it up. And we're going to show you here. This thing really runs good. We've already tested it, and it is. As you can see, here's my greasy hands back here. I didn't have to even touch it. Now we performed 2 tests on these things, as you know. One test is without the dynamometer load applied, just like if you started up in your car, you know, with the transmission turning, but nothing is happening. We're watching all of our gauges. We're simulating. Now we're going to over here and show them how this counterweight works. Watch that counterweight right back there. See how that works? When that engine develops suction, vacuum, it pulls that counterweight open, even though these barrels are open mechanically. Go ahead and put the dyno on. Now we're going to put a load on it, just like you're going to be pulling a load. We put a load double the weight of the car, so it simulates like the car pulling a heavy object, like another car with a flat tire. So and then we're going to go ahead and rev it up. We're going to see what kind of torque it puts out up there in that top gauge, and that solid state machine up there. You see it start shaking? We can put enough load on this to where it'll stall this motor out, but all we did, we put it up there to about 485 foot-pounds of torque, which that'll pull anything you'll ever pull. You can put that carburetor. That's it. I'll turn the cooling fans on. I'm going to go do you a bill because you said you were anxious to get it, so it's up to you. You get the bill paid, we're going to try to get it out of here today.